Hello, hey, sweet people. Just a quick note before we get started with the show today. Our reading masterclass is available on March 8th, 2021. 2021. I'm still saying 2020. Even in my journal that no one reads, I always write 2020. Meu Deus. March 8th, 2021. Alexia, pode falar, por favor.
Então, nós estamos lançando o nosso Reading Masterclass agora no dia 8 de março de 2021. E a gente está super animado, por quê? Nós tínhamos o nosso Book Club, que era um challenge que nós já lançamos há mais de um ano atrás. Só que nós pegamos esse challenge e refizemos e colocamos muito mais coisas. E não faz sentido chamar mais de Book Club. É muito mais do que Book Club.
Uhum.
É uma super masterclass de ensinar vocês a como ler inglês de forma ativa. E dessa forma que você consiga absorver tudo de vocabulário, de expressões e realmente se tornar cada vez mais fluente em inglês.
Exatamente, vai ser um programa de 6 semanas e vamos te ensinar como ler em inglês de um jeito mais eficaz. E é mais do que isso. Não é só ler, também é ganhar vocabulário, aprender palavras novas, melhorar a sua gramática, pronúncia, tudo ao mesmo tempo.
Uma coisa leva a outra. Se você lê melhor inglês, você automaticamente escreve melhor inglês e automaticamente fala melhor inglês. Então, não se engane.
Depende. Se você está lendo do jeito certo,
sim, mas
que a gente vai te ensinar.
Essa é a nossa proposta.
Anyways, if you are interested in our reading masterclass, just take a visit to inglesnoicru.com, sign up for the waiting list, and you will be the first to know.
Sim, então vai lá, inglesnoicru.com, bota seu e-mail na waiting list e a gente vai te falar tudo direitinho. And now, on with the show! Hello! O Cambly tem uma nova, hiper, mega novidade para você. Você que quer uma aula de inglês grátis e um desconto especial no Cambly, é só ir aqui na nossa descrição desse episódio e clicar no linkzinho que eu vou deixar bem especial para vocês. E nessa história, você faz essa aula grátis e logo depois você tem acesso a um desconto super especial. Você pode ir direto no cambly.com ou no aplicativo do Cambly e colocar o nosso código inglês NC-VIP. Então, assim, gente, é muito bom, porque, como eu vivo falando aqui pra vocês, é só errando que se aprende, é só falando que se aprende, e tá aqui mais uma oportunidade para você testar isso tudo com o Cambly. Então, aproveitem e agora, on with the show!
Welcome to another episode of Inglês no Cru Rádio. My name is Foster. I am an English teacher. If this is the first time you're listening to the show, what we do is we eat brigadeiros and we teach Brazilians English in very strange and often funny ways. And of course, I'm here with my co-host, my partner in life and partner in crime, the one, the only, Alexia.
Hello, everyone.
Alexia, how you doing?
I'm fine. I just ate a brigadeiro just to let anyone know about it.
I let everyone know
about it.
So something that most of our listeners probably do not know about Alexia is that phrase, I just ate a brigadeiro. Alexia can say that at almost any moment during any day.
I would say chocolate and not brigadeiro itself.
Yes, brigadeiro or an entire spoonful of Nutella or a piece of chocolate cake. Yes, I'm reading her mind and her teeth that are covered in chocolate.
I'm a formiguinha.
Yeah, you could say I have a sweet tooth.
I have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today we are talking about
Books.
Reading. Yes, the habit of reading. Do you have it?
Do I have a habit of reading?
Yeah.
Yes, And there is a
No.
caveat. Okay, first, I am reading much more nowadays than I was in the past, physically reading, but I do listen to a ton of audiobooks. So that kind of counts.
Yeah, I mean, it counts, but the habit of reading, like you and the book and or the Kindle, like you actually reading it and not listening to it is different.
It's very different. I think before we enter that debate, first, let's just set the scene, Alexia. So last week on Inglês no Rádio, we talked a lot about TV, movies, things on screens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this week, I wanted to take a step back, slow down just a little bit, and talk about reading, because I think it is becoming more and more a lost art in our modern world.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I was not listening. I was talking to some friends about it like last week, and they were debating if reading a magazine or newspaper is just as good as reading a book. And then when I ask, like, okay, magazine and newspaper, are you reading on the internet or like do you buy it and read at home? Because for me, it's different. The whole point of having a book is to go to a bookstore, buy it, and take it home, or Kindle and start reading it.
Okay, so we have a lot of different things. There is a lot of nuance when we are talking about reading. So, first, Alexia, you do know how to read, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I will always remember something that one of my students said to me is if you ask anyone, like, hey, do you like to read? All adults say, oh, of course. Yes, I love reading.
It's
What do you
status.
like in your. It's what?
Status. Status.
Status.
Yeah, status.
Status. The schwa sound. Meu amo. Status.
Status.
Yes. So imagine you were asking a normal, everyday adult person in Brazil or the US or almost anywhere in, let's say, the developed world. You say, hey, what do you like to do in your free time? Most people will say, oh, yeah, I love reading a good book. Don't you think?
Yeah, people say that, but it's not true.
It's not true. That's my point. Is almost no one reads just for pleasure.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have statistics with me, but I would say much less than 10% of the population, at least in the US, reads in any sort of regular way.
Yeah, maybe if you put like college kids, they of course will read more than the adults out of college,
The adults,
adults out of college,
status, adults.
adults.
Yeah, but college kids normally are reading for class. I'm talking about just reading for pleasure
Okay, so
or reading for knowledge, which knowledge is pleasure.
yeah.
So the point of this rant, this gisabafu, is everyone says that they read. Everyone recognizes that reading is very important and it is good for your brain and your heart and your soul, but not many people do it. Do you agree with me, Alexia?
I do.
Okay.
I'm like that as well. To be honest, I don't say that I read. Like, do you read? Do you like I do love to read, of course. It's an awesome hobby, but do you have the habit of reading?
Yeah. Do you have the habit of reading?
No, I don't. I started again like a month ago.
I appreciate your honesty. And I think it is a great way to think about your values. I'm not speaking about you specifically, Alexia, but if you say, oh, do you like reading? Oh, yeah, I love to read. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, you love reading more than you love Facebook? because you spend 4 hours a day on Facebook and you spend 0 minutes a day reading.
But that's my point. I don't think that people love Facebook more than a book. I just think that it's a habit because so much easier to access Facebook than open up a book and start reading to concentrate, to understand what's happening there. So I think that's the biggest problem of our generation.
Yeah, I mean, our generation has a lot of problems, but I think that is definitely one of them. So, Alexia, at the beginning of this conversation, we were talking about reading physical books versus audiobooks versus Kindle versus magazines, newspapers. What's your opinion in general? Do you have to have a real physical book in your hands for it to count as reading?
Yeah, not a physical book,
Boo, I disagree.
but a Kindle or a physical book, I do think.
Okay, why do you say that, and why is that included in that category?
Because I think about us, like we are always traveling everywhere and not staying at one place more than, I don't know, 6 months or 3 months, depending.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Kindle is a pretty good opportunity for reading and not having the actual book, but you are reading. You had the book in front of you and reading it, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. There is something very special and magical about really holding a physical book, and you can smell it and you feel the pages.
It's so good.
It's nice, and I get that, and I really understand a lot of people are totally against Kindles or whatever e-reading device you use. But nowadays, I am a huge fan of the Kindle. We could record an entire episode just talking about why I love the Kindle.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do that very soon.
So for me, it's like this. It's interesting because I don't have a magazine that I love.
A magazine.
A magazine that I love that I like, okay, I need to buy the new edition of this magazine. But I'm starting to be more and more interested in that, to find a cool magazine and like enjoy the monthly edition of it.
You're talking about getting a subscription to a magazine delivered physically to your house each month.
Maybe, I don't know what's out there, but there are very cool stuff.
There is very cool stuff. I'm not laughing at your English. I'm laughing at the fact that you don't know. You have an intuition that in the world of magazines, there is something cool.
Yes.
Okay. So, do magazines count as reading?
Yeah.
And newspapers?
Yeah.
What about reading the news online?
I don't know. That's the point. I have no idea.
Yeah.
A book for me, it's clear. Like, for me, it counts as a book or e-reading. But I don't know.
Can I tell you the way that I think about this? The difference is not really, is it a physical book? Is it a magazine? Is it a Kindle? Is it an audiobook? The real thing is, are you taking time to just focus on one thing, to really be immersed in a story or learning information? That's why I think reading the news online, you're just reading headlines. Maybe you read an article, doesn't really count. But if you sit down with a full magazine and you read an entire travel magazine, that's awesome. If I walk in the park for 6 hours and listen to an entire audiobook in my book, that is cool.
That is cool. And it's really interesting because I found 6 steps, né? 6 passos of how to read more.
Okay. Where did you find this?
I found it on the Bright Side website.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but hit me with the 6 steps, Alexia.
So, how to read more. The first one, you're gonna love it. Throw your phone in the ocean. Or keep it.
Yes, let's do it right now. Let's go. Vamos pro mar, amor.
Or keep it in airplane mode.
No, let's just throw it in the ocean.
2, carry a book with you at all times.
Yes, and or Kindle.
Yeah. 3, have another book ready before you finish the one you're reading.
Don't know if I agree with that one.
4, if you aren't enjoying a book or learning from it, stop reading it immediately.
Again, a controversial point.
Amor, if you're not enjoying a book or not learning from it, why?
We will talk about this more in the next episode. Give me the next point.
5, schedule 1 hour a day of reading on your calendar like you would an important meeting. Try commutes, lunch breaks, or getting in bed an hour early.
Yeah, you understand commutes, right?
No.
Really?
No.
A commute is your trip to or from work.
Okay.
So, for example, if you say, my commute is 30 minutes, that means that is how long it takes you to get to work.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I always read this. I understand like the meaning, but I didn't know what it really means.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the last point, keep a reading log and share your favorite books with others. They will send you even more books to read.
I think that is a wonderful, wonderful point. Just one correction, Alexia. Meu amor, others. You are so close to saying otters, like a river otter.
Oh my God.
Which is an extremely cute animal.
So cute.
But I promise, gente, if Alexia says other or onion or discover incorrectly one more time, she is saying discover, onion, other. So she is making the sound, but this is the schwa sound. O som do schwa. So it should be other. Repeat with me, Alexia. Other. Onion. Try to relax your mouth even more. Onion. Onion. Discover. Okay. If I hear discover one more time, we are going back to step 1 and the phone is going in the ocean, and I will do it with the greatest pleasure. But I absolutely love these rules, and I think we should talk about each one of them during an episode this week. How does that sound?
Yes.
Cool. And sorry about being mean at the end, but sometimes we need just a little bit of tough love.
That's fine, amor, but you're not grabbing my phone.
Not when you're awake.
Bye.
See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do Inglês Necro Rádio. É muito bom ter você juntinho assim de nós. Faz muito, muito carinho no nosso coração, digamos assim. Então você que está interessado em saber mais sobre os nossos produtos e saber mais sobre a gente, o que a gente oferece para vocês em relação a estudo, a challenge, a curso, vá lá no inglesnecro.com e você pode ver mais sobre as worksheets, por exemplo.
Yeah. If you want to really improve your English, if you want to learn more about the ways you can do that and just connect with us on a deeper level, go to inglesnocru.com. And as always, keep up the good fight.
And lose well.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.